Top 10 Superman archetypes. Number 10, Brightburn. Brightburn is similar to Superman as they almost have the same type of origin. He is a superpowered alien of another race sent to Earth and raised by human parents. But unlike good old Superman, who was sent here to save this world, he was sent here to take it over. Which we all know, if Superman ever became that type of person, he could do so easily. So imagine a world with one superpowered person on the level of Superman, and he was straight up evil. And sure, he's still a child, but that makes it even more scarier of what he'll grow up to become. His parents tried their best, but unfortunately, Brightburn is the cautionary tale of what would realistically happen if a random couple was to adopt an alien baby. The answer being an unstoppable evil Superman. Number 9, All Might. This number 1 hero was number 1 for a while, and for a good reason. But you might be wondering, why is this anime character on a list of Superman archetypes? Well, that's because the creator of My Hero based most of the characters off of Western superhero comic books. And All Might definitely, in my opinion, represents Superman to his fullest. Always looking to help people, inspire them, saving lives, never wearing a mask, but always wearing a smile to assure people who can see it that everything is going to be alright. You know why? Because he is here. And regardless of him retiring, he never stopped trying to save lives, even when it came to costing his own. He kept fighting smash after smash, knowing that one day the hero he chose would carry on the fight to save lives. Number 8, the Great Saiyaman, aka Gohan. Now, y'all might be asking yourself, except for the super part when they go Super Saiyan, how is a Dragon Ball character a Superman archetype? And well, this might be an enlightening moment for most of you who haven't kept up with the history of Dragon Ball, but Gohan used to be a superhero, the Great Saiyaman. This was during the time when he was going into high school or college, and he was trying to keep his identity a secret while using his martial arts skills and Saiyan powers to save lives and stop crime. He even had a psychic/partner in Videl. And even though he looked goofy, it's still Gohan underneath there. His skills were the real deal, Super Saiyan powers and all. And he saved a lot of lives, plus he's an alien, so with his cape flapping, he's definitely a Superman archetype. Number 7, the Sentry. Now this is a random one that most people won't know, but because he's about to become more mainstream in pop culture media, I thought I'd put him on the list. Especially because hardcore comic book geeks and nerds are fully familiar with the Sentry. He's basically one of Marvel's versions of Superman, but arguably the most powerful. Having his powers derived from a super soldier serum that was spiked to be 1,000,000 times stronger than the original Captain America one. No joke, even though the limits of his powers are unknown, it is said that he has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. So he's definitely got some inspiration behind his creation by Superman's old penis. And with the Sentry set to debut in the new MCU's Thunderbolt movie, more people are about to be familiar with this Superman archetype. Number 6, the Icon, the Dakotaverse's very own Superman. But he likes to sometimes make his show in the DCU. But legal stuff aside, Augustus Freeman, aka Icon, is a Superman archetype because, well, the creator based him off of the Jolly Blue Boy Scout himself. An alien from another world, being raised up on Earth, and hiding his abilities unless people need his help. Inspiring those to be the best versions of themselves, to the point where they become superheroes too. And the way that Superman did that for a lot of people, but predominantly white people, the creator of the Dakotaverse felt like black people needed that same type of representation, so he created Icon. And even though he's a bit obscure, he still does the job of being a black Superman archetype. Number 5, the Homelander. Now, Homelander's on here because of the obvious. He's a parody of Superman, which makes him a Superman archetype by definition. He has the red and blue, suit and cape. He has all of Superman's powers. He is known by most of the public as the greatest superhero of his verse. There's just one crucial thing that differentiates him from the genuine article. It's that this man's an egotistical, misogynist, psychopathic sociopath. All the buzzwords. But hey, we love the drama, so we love to see this man go wilder and wilder with each episode of The Boys. And with the final season coming up, we can't wait to see what crazy thing he does to end the show. He may not be the Superman we needed, but he's the Superman we got and enjoyed seeing. Number 4, Shazam. Say the magic word. Technically, I already did. This is a Superman archetype that was directly based off of Superman, since the comic company at the time was trying to leech off of the popularity of said character. Until they predictably ran into legal troubles and was ironically absorbed by their comic competitor. Now having their popular Shazam character not only make money for DC, but also share the spotlight with the character that inspired his creation. But even though Shazam is similar to Superman, he's more magic-based and is based off of the ultimate boy fantasy of gaining Superman-like powers to become a superhero. With just saying one magic word, which is an anagram for the names of powerful Greek gods, and a wise sorcerer, the 10-year-old Billy Batson becomes an adult-sized champion, protector of the Rock of Eternity and hero to Earth. Number 3, Omni-Man. Hailing from the planet Viltrum, this fatherly Superman archetype claims that he was here to save our world. But there was something vital we didn't know about the planet Viltrum and their strict warrior ways. And that was they decided to use their insane power to conquer the entire universe, sending out prime soldiers like Nolan to weaken planets that were too far and would take time for them to reach. And with Viltrumites being nearly immortal with how long they can live and how they can survive almost anything, he had the little to no humanity to do so. That was until he met and grew to love his wife, Debbie, and birthed a son that he would grow to love even more, Mark, turning this cold-blooded warrior into someone who would want to be a hero people could depend on. Number 2, Saitama. This anime Superman archetype is based off of how broken Western superheroes can be in media. Being able to take down almost any type of villain with just one punch is how he got his nickname, One Punch Man. And yeah, he's not egotistical letting it go all the way to his head. He wants to actually save people, but he also wants a challenge too. Ever since stopping his very first supervillain and then training until he became OP, there hasn't been a single challenger that truly pushed him to his limits. Well, never say never because it is anime, but Saitama truly embodies Superman's godlike power, saving people that others with similar power levels would see as beneath them. But no, he doesn't have a god complex, he just wants to save lives and a true challenge. Number 1, Superman. Of course, Superman was going to be number 1 on this list. He not only inspired all his other iterations of Superman archetypes, with his power, his prestige, his commitment to heroism, but he himself is always being rebooted, reimagined, or even refashioned for a new generation of people, being the only one that can contend with Batman's popularity. For all his strengths and all his weaknesses, even all his challenges, he smiles through it, inspiring people of all kinds to reach for new heights, not just in their own lives, but for others as well, so that we may all become our own version of Superman. It's just funny how an alien baby being raised by farmers will grow up to be not just a symbol for justice, but something even greater, hope.